they charge for every transaction. So if that fee is 1%, then we know that Binance netted over $90 million in the last 24 hours. And it's supposed to be maybe one of the most challenging times for the slow time for crypto. But yet these companies are still doing amazing volumes and amazing business. And so knowing that, and that is the space that we have an opportunity to participate in, then you can kind of see like, wow, this is supposed to be bad times, and Binance did 90 million in the last 24 hours. This seems like a very good business to be part of. And so that's why we are in this industry. Now, if you look at Binance, if you go to their website, what they're telling us is that they have an average transactional volume for every 24 hours of $76 billion. So that is all of the different transactions that they do. And I did some math on that, and that means that over a year's time, Binance is doing over $27 trillion in transactional volume. So if you're adding a 1% on that, you're looking at an insane amount of profit. I think that's like $270 billion of profit for just one website. So what we're going to talk about is a company called Miracle Cash and More. And this company can do everything that Binance does, but it does much more than that. And so that's what we're going to be sharing today for you. And let me just make sure that I'm doing this right. Now, can you guys see my slide presentation?
Yep, we see it. We see it.
Confirm that for me so I know that I'm showing you the right stuff.
We see it, Michael. We see it.
It's there. Thank you.
Oh man. Okay. So first a little disclaimer: what we're marketing and selling is actually a membership, and the membership has marketing revenue. And we're going to be talking about some projections about what's possible. But in business, there are no guarantees, including here, there is no guarantee because that's just how business goes. But in general, what we're doing is showing what the potential is. And that potential is very possible, but there's always, situations where it doesn't work out. So just keep in mind that these are just projections based on what our targets are and what we think that we can accomplish with this. So Cashflow NFT is a company that acquires and we tokenize assets. So what we do is we work on behalf of our clients. We go out and we look at some really interesting and powerful business platforms. We go through those platforms with attorneys,
Whoops, Mike, it just froze. Okay, looks like you aren't frozen, Mike. Good.
Okay. So once we have that, then we go ahead and we go in and we actually invest into those companies. Then we set up this platform for people to be able to sort of come in at a much smaller role, but yet a very interesting role because of the upside potential. Then something very small can turn into something very big. And so we're going to show that. So we're doing something called tokenization, and sometimes when we talk about these concepts, it's maybe hard to sort of understand it exactly. So I always like to tell a little story about tokenization so that you understand it. So back in the day when they used to use gold for transactional purposes, they would keep this gold in this place called safe houses. So they would have the receipts. If you took it to the safe house and gave them the receipt, they would give you the gold. Now, out in a marketplace, what started to happen was they would use the receipts. Instead of going to get the gold, they would literally just sign over the receipt to the person because the receipt represented the gold. And so when you think of that, that's basically what we're doing with it in a digital capacity. The token represents the asset. And the receipt represented the gold, so the receipt would travel from person to person to get signed over, and they never even got the gold, but the gold secured the receipt. So that's the same thing here. The digital token represents the interest in the asset that we have, and they can be tangible, can be intangible. You can tokenize art. You can tokenize the US dollar, for instance. They have actually done that. It's called USDT. So when you move the USDT token, it's really like you're moving the representation of the US dollar, the same you would move the receipt that was the representation of gold. So that's kind of what tokenization is. So here what we have is we have Miracle Cash and More that's built an amazing amount of technology, the technologies that allows them to have a crypto storefronts, a crypto exchange, ATM machines, and electronic terminals. All of that technology is what Cashflow NFT bought from Miracle Cash and More for a specific area, which is the United Kingdom. And so in that deal that we make, we keep 7% of the fees and then 25% of the. Then we've taken that profit and we split that deal. So half of the profit is going to go to the tokens. There's 1,488 tokens at $5,000 a piece. So they're splitting that profit from all of UK. So whenever there's a transaction in UK, the NFT will be paid out. And we'll show a little bit how that works. Now let's just cover Miracle Cash and More. So what's happening in the world is that the digital transactional system called blockchain will eventually take over all transactions on the planet. So this technology is here to stay, and it's going to retire the old system, the fiat and the banking system. So this is the new world. This is the new system. So in that being said, the owner of Miracle Cash and More, what he saw was that this is the future. And he said, well, if this is the future, then how do you become the biggest company in the space? Well, you build a company with that in mind. And that's what Miracle Cash and More. And he knew that to really be capturing the attention of the customer, to capture the big influx of customers coming to the space, you needed to be present in the countries. You needed to be local. And what better way to be local than having actually transactional office in the high street? So that was 2017 that the plan was made. And for the last 6 years, the infrastructure has been built for that. Products and delivery channels have been built. But there's several stores in Northern Cyprus, and they've been having transactional profits for many years now. Those profits have funded the rest of the company. And for the first time, 4 months ago, they opened a store in the heart of the Netherlands, and then Berlin, Germany soon to come, Paris, France, Spain, UK, Belgium, Sweden, coming in this next few months. There'll be a rollout throughout Europe. And so Miracle Cash and More is the only company in the world that has the capacity to put crypto stores in every city in the world. And that is the intention. It's the intention to be the largest crypto exchange on the planet. The way that is being expressed through this company is that we have a lot more options than other exchanges. We just looked at that these exchanges are doing billions and billions of dollars in transactions. Are very narrow in what they offer their customers. They're offering buy and sell. They offer trading crypto. But even with offering, there are multi-billion-dollar companies already. Now, what happens when it comes around that has that, but also has tons of more services, more creativity, and a better platform? Well, they become the biggest company in the world in this space. And that will happen in a few short years because we're built for that. The other thing that's great about storefronts is not just that we have storefronts and people have access to us, but it also tells the customer that we're real, that we're compliant, that we're regulated. And that actually offers then that customer, then they will trust the company. So we know and we feel that as we roll these stores out in every country, we will become the number one company for crypto in the country. As soon as we feel that when we have more than 10 stores in the country, we will be the biggest crypto company in that country. Governments are moving in the favor of crypto. This is not a secret anymore. It's every day we see more and more news about companies adopting crypto and all that. And even though there's things that happen in crypto, and we had a recent situation with FTX and things like that. Even those things happen, it's not an impact on what the technology can do, because the technology is just more efficient than what we have now. And we've been living through that as a company because we have a need to move funds across the world. And what we're experiencing is it's very difficult to use the systems because there's always a third party involved in every transaction. And that third party is also part of the liability for every transaction. So if they're worried that there's something in that transaction that's not according to legal or whatever, they're always afraid that they're going to be put in a position where they end up losing. So with the blockchain, you don't have that problem, and that's why it's more efficient. Now, I can be in my bedroom in Sweden, and I can move $10 million to India in a matter of seconds without having to ask anyone. But if I'm doing it through the banking system, there's a portfolio of documents that I have to fill out. Where did the money come from? Where is it going? Why is it being sent there? And on and on and on. And that has to do with that there's always a third party involved in those transactions. Blockchain, it's not like that, and that's why this industry is going to absolutely destroy the traditional banking industry. So as a company, we have products and we have delivery channels. The delivery channel is where the customer engages with Miracle. That can be on an app, it can be on a website, it can be through an ATM or electronic terminal. And then they can actually be access to some of the products that Miracle has, and we'll cover some of that. And so I'm going to go into some of the numbers here, and just understand that these numbers are projections. This is what we're looking at that we can achieve. And we actually have seen this already. We're using the blockchain to do something that's already been done for decades, if not hundreds of years, and that is taking a personal advance. That means when someone doesn't have it in their pocket and they need something today, they have to get it from someone. So they might go to their friend and get some money just to go do something, or they may go to the bank to get an advance so they can do something. But here, they can actually do it through us. For the first time in history, a fintech company can be part of that process. Now, there's 40 million times that someone took a personal advance in the UK last year. If we can only capture 0.5% of that market, then we will be able to pay out over $13,000 per membership in the first 12 months. Now, that's a pretty amazing thing because the membership is only $5,000. So with just one product, we're able to more than double the money in the first year. Now, if we can actually capture more than that, like 1%, then we would be able to pay out over $26,000 marketing revenue per membership. Remember, the membership was $5,000. So in this scenario of us only taking 1% of the market, we can actually 5 times the value of the membership. So it's a pretty exciting thing when you start to see how powerful this industry is and how powerful one of our products is. Miracle Home is a service and a product that a landlord would be interested in, because landlords are very exposed to, if they actually have a bad tenant, they can lose a lot of money. So in some places, the remedy for that is that they get the first month's rent, but they also ask for the last month's rent. And then just on top of that, they want a security deposit, and they want to call all your friends and family to make sure that you're a good person. But if we did the deal through Miracle Home, first of all, the landlord would be guaranteed the rent for 24 months. And if they wanted to, we can actually give them up to 12 months of the rent up front before the months have passed. So in case they needed money fast, they can actually come to us and get Miracle tokens and turn that into money very quickly. And also we offer a 4 months worth of rent damage insurance in case the tenant breaks something in the apartment. That can be covered by the insurance. Why would the tenant be interested in this? Well, they would lower the cost of moving into the apartment by 65%, and they need 0 references. So that makes it a lot easier and a lot less expensive to take possession of a new apartment. Now, if we can capture just 2% of the market for this, and if the landlords, if 10% of them uses the advance that I was talking about, then we can actually pay out over $35,000 in a calendar year to every membership. Again, remember the membership is only $5,000 per NFT. So for just one of these at a 2% market share, which we believe that we can capture in the first year or two. So you see the upside on this is absolutely incredible. We spoke about buy and sell, or I showed you what the exchanges were doing. I showed you that in the last 24 hours, Binance had done $9 billion in volume in buy and sell. And we showed you how Binance is showing that they're doing $76 billion per day. Now, keep in mind that this is just based on 2 to 3% adoption in the world. And we're anticipating 100% adoption in the world. So what happens when it goes to 4%? How much is really out there, and how much profit is out there to be made? What happens when it goes to 8%, 60%, 32%? You know, you can be an average company in this industry and be a multi-billion-dollar company, obviously. But if we captured only 3% of the UK market, we would be able to pay out over $34,000 from just the buy and sell division of our company. Now, we're showing a little bit here what's happening over time. We're seeing that the industry has been growing by several 100% a year. And if the industry grows by several 100% a year, what do you think happens to our company just following that trend? Let's talk about Bitcoin ATMs for a minute. Bitcoin ATMs is becoming more and more popular. It's basically a way for someone who has either crypto or has fiat and wants to convert over to crypto or wants to convert back to fiat. You go to the machine, you can go in and do the transaction via your app on your phone, using a card, and you'll be able to either pull out cash by selling crypto, or you can actually put cash into the machine and get crypto out. Now, in this industry, we kind of know the numbers, and we did a very low estimate that 1,000 machines, they do 5 transactions a day at 6%. We would be able to pay out over $10,000. What's great about these machines is that they're not hard to multiply. It's not hard to get them out. You find a location, you do a deal with the location, you install the machine, and that's that. The machine starts making money for us. So once we have 2,000 machines out in the UK, with just this one product, we're able to pay out over $20,000 a year. And again, a $5,000 membership, you get a $20,000 a year payment with just 2,000 machines out there. And we can easily get to 4,000 and 8,000 in the UK marketplace. That is no problem. We also have the world's first retail device that will allow a retailer to accept crypto for payment for their products and services. No other company in the world has it. So this is really a first. And when I say that there's no other company that has it, I'm talking about with the functionality that we have. We can convert hundreds of different cryptos into dozens of different fiats from anywhere in the world. And we can do a transaction in under 1 second, which is necessary when you're talking about retail. So if you're standing in line at the grocery store, you can't wait 5 or 10 minutes for the Bitcoin transaction to come through. It has to be in a very quick manner, preferably under a second. And that's what you have with this device. So we have no problem getting accounts for this device, and we can do big deals with the device itself. Now, if we can take 10,000 locations, we're estimating that we will be able to pay out over $20,000 for every 10,000 locations that we have with this terminal. So this is something that obviously over time become more and more popular. So these numbers are really based on very few people using them and very few people doing transactions on them. But once we get going and the industry grows even more, these machines will continue to pay out more and more money because more and more people want to use crypto in their transactions. So when this changeover happened from dollars from paper money and coins, the companies that got involved in this industry ended up becoming multi-billion-dollar companies. So First Data was a 5-person office back in the day, and now in 2019 they did over $12 billion in profits. So you can see that getting involved in something like this early and riding the wave of the growth, you can turn a very small company into a multi-billion-dollar company. Buy and sell, we spoke about that. We spoke about Miracle with Installments, Miracle Home, and ATMs and terminals. If we add that all up, we get a total of $150,000 in a calendar year. Now, this may happen in the first year, it may happen in the second year, but we know that within the first 2 to 3 years, we will have an amazing, huge, profitable venture here. And what we're doing as a company is we're building it, and we know that we're going to get offers for a buyout. And we're not opposed to that. We believe that we will go with this for a while, and then a bigger company will come in and say, hey, we want everything. And if that happens, and if we only double our sales every year from the first year, then the exit value per membership would be about $12 million. So if you have a membership and we get a buyout, then you can look forward for a multi-billion-dollar buyout, and that goes for every membership that we have, because every membership has that value. UK as a crypto country is very, very attractive. They're doing many big things. The government's getting involved. A lot of great news out of UK. And again, just to kind of summarize what it is that we're doing here, Cashflow NFT bought the license for the UK from Miracle Cash and More. We are entitled to a 75% split, 75-25. And we have the right to all the technology that Miracle Cash and More has to profit from those, to build stores across the UK, put ATMs out there, put the terminals out there, and keep most of that. 50% of the profits that we make, we will pay out to 1,488 memberships. Now, we're also using the technology of an NFT. NFT that we have is called the Boogie Gopher Club. You can see that right here on the right-hand side. But just to touch on that a little bit, NFTs have been very popular for a long time. Most of them don't have an asset backing them. It's just a JPEG that's tied to the non-fungible token. And because people love to collect things, this is the first time they've been able to collect digital art. So the Bored Ape Yacht Club was basically marketed and sold for about $100 when it first came out. And because of the interest in this, the price of these are averaging around $350,000. CryptoPunk, you can't buy one for less than $2.5 million for the same reason. So we anticipate that the Boogie Gopher NFT will also be worth a lot of money, not just because of the NFT itself, but also because it's backed by the asset of Miracle Cash and More, and also by a community that will be having events throughout the world throughout the year. Events for financial intelligence, personal development, and fun, and also be doing charitable work throughout the world, helping communities, kids, people throughout the world. That's a community. Helping to make the world a better place, being focused on living the best life that you can possibly live. We also have a referral program. You refer someone to us, there's a 10% commission that gets paid out as a thank you. And if that person in turn refers someone, we also have a second generation payout. So that's a 5% commission. So on one NFT, on the first referral that you make a $500 commission. And if that person refers someone, you'll make a $250 commission. If you end up selling 2 NFTs in the first 30 days, you will receive a personal electronic terminal that we will place into a store and pay you 30% of the profits from that terminal for life. And so that is part of it. Also, I want to mention this. This has not been in a presentation for a while, but it's still going. We're building 2 stores in Northern Cyprus. We will be paying out 30% of the profits from those 2 stores to all of the NFTs for the UK. We also have a promotion where if you buy 6 NFTs, you will receive a point of sale terminal. If you buy 11 NFTs in one shot, you will receive 3 point of sale terminals. And those slides will be back on our presentation by. So if we were to summarize, basically it's a $5,000 membership. It gives you a percentage of all sales in the entire United Kingdom. That's from every single product and every single delivery channel that we've been talking about today. So there's not a single transaction in the UK that can happen without the membership being paid. So you receive that from all of the different products and delivery channels, but also you get a membership in the Boogie Gopher Club community where you would be invited to all the events. And if you don't have an NFT, you cannot attend the events. This is an exclusive membership to the club. And on top of that, if the company gets bought out, you will also get bought out at the value established by a major accounting firm. So those are all the benefits. If you want to know how to sign up and how to register, you will actually ask the person who referred you to this presentation. They'll be happy to help you with that. And that is pretty much the presentation for today. Usually what we do is we take a few questions. We just came out of an amazing event in Las Vegas where we really had it was a launch for us, and it was also really a celebration for the birth of a new community, a community that I believe will last forever, and a community that will be the most exciting community in the world. So that is the presentation. I don't know if we have some questions, but I'm open for a few questions, and then we can wrap it up. And we appreciate that you attended today. So let's see. I don't know who's co-hosting. Vegas was amazing. All right. So you can, if you have a question, you can raise your hand. There's a way to raise your hand, or you can type it into the chat and answer questions. We also have an event coming in March in Miami, which is going to be a edutainment type event. That is Miami. I think it's the early part of March. I just got back to Cyprus. We had amazing meetings last night. I was at Hakan's house. We were covering a lot of information. There's an incredible amount of things happening. On Friday, we will have a live newsletter presentation show about everything that's going on for Miracle Cash and more. What else? Everything, for those of you who are involved, we are having, starting tomorrow, major development and updates on the website. Our team is pursuing every single person who has bought an NFT that haven't been sent their NFT to make sure that we can get a hold of you and make sure that all the information that you gave us is correct, so that we can send the NFT and make sure that it doesn't go to the wrong wallet and all that. So being very careful, and we're making sure that we are in communication with you before we send it out to make sure that it goes to the right person. We got Jill. I can ask you to unmute. You have a question?
Yes, hey Mike, I just wanted you to elaborate on the Friday's meeting a little bit more. Is there like a special link? Is there a special time, or is it around the same corporate times that you already have established?
Friday, so what we will do, we'll do this on Friday. We will replace the presentation call with our update call. So it'll be 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 noon Eastern. and we will do a presentation for everyone. This is the type of stuff that when because I was in California for the longest time, and when I got back here, Hakan just downloaded 6 hours worth of information about everything that's happening. So I just told him, I said, look, this is the stuff that everyone wants to know and should be partaking in, because this is really what this company is doing, and what it's about. So we're going to be doing a presentation on Friday with as much data and information as possible, so you guys can understand what's happening for us as a company. And it is really amazing things that's happening. On the cash flow side, we're a young company, we're a growing company, we're juggling, we're wearing so many different hats. And so now, I'm back, and I really put the whole sales hat and put that aside. And right now, we're making sure that everything that needs to happen to deliver and to basically complete all of the things that we need to do to get the system of Miracle Cash to where it's starting to pay out. So these are the steps now, because we're getting closer and everything. So building the systems and getting the sites and the STAR program uploaded, and acknowledging the point of sale machines that you guys have, and all of those things are what we're doing and working on now to make sure that everything is done for you. So by the time the profits are coming in from these countries, it's starting to pay out through a smart contract to all of the NFT holders. All right. So we're looking to pay out quarterly. I will start there, and once we have it all in place, it won't be too hard to go and pay out quicker than that. One of the things is that each country is its own business. Each country is its own world, right? So when you talk about, like, how do you do this as far as a company? Well, each country has a schedule of expanding as much as possible in those countries. So as we have a need to have more ATMs out into the marketplace, to build another store, that will be gauged and managed through products. You have ownership in something that will grow into its own expanded business venture. Everything is still retained and owned by everyone who is involved in that country. So if you owned a business that had one location, well, how do you make more money? You get another location, right? So that's what the experience will be. You'll see that each country will expand in value based on its assets that's out there making this money. So we'll be going through all of those things and talking about the strategy of expansion in each marketplace that you're going to be part of. We have 400 something, upper 400s in the UK NFTs. We get some people looking at some bigger buys. So once we get into these numbers, it starts to sell pretty quickly, because UK is what we're selling now, and it's the best thing that we will ever have from this point. And then the next market that we have won't be as powerful, because the longer it goes and the more we do, all of the early birds will get more value for their money. But as we go, it's still going to be absolutely incredible. But the early markets and the early countries are much better than the ones that come later. This one is recorded. So here and there we will upload and make these recordings available. So this one is recorded. Yes. Where will the NFT be sent? Aside from the YouTube video hosting, will there be assistance in connecting MetaMask also? Yeah, so if you're new to this, we have a team of consultants that will be plugging into this so that you can actually get support and help from them in regards to like setting up your MetaMask and knowing how to see your test NFTs. So you will have our customer support either trying to contact you or you can contact them. And if there's something that you need help with, just let them know. We have a company that finances that. Yeah, there's a third party company that's backing the Miracle Home deal. Yes, and an insurance company that's involved. No, Wesley's asking, do you know if the UK will start paying out at about the same time as the Spain? You know, each country is its own project, so we're moving basically step by step down the line to open each market, and it's steps. You know, you establish a company in there, then you go out, you look for the locations, you get all of the permits and everything in line. Once we open, you know, we'll open with the website, we'll open with the store. Then, you know, we have schedule on running, you know, commercials. You know, Germany right now we're scheduled. We have, I don't know if it's, I think it was $340,000 marketing budget. So those are the things that happen. You know, we run commercials, we drive traffic to our websites, we start selling, we get teams involved to get the electronic terminals out, to get the ATMs out. So all of these things are just pieces that come together as we open. We try to do it as you know, as quick as possible with everything. You know, capital is always there's always a need for capital, but we have something that we've secured that's coming out. I can't announce it on this call, but this is about growing the company aggressively and then going after this market. Long term, we know we're huge. Short term, we don't know how quickly things come in place. You know, it's just how business goes. It's roadblocks, challenges, and then something happens. Then you have roadblock challenges, and something happens, and that's just how it goes. Yeah, I've been asking for the. I'll try to get this. I know I have the Turkish one, but you're asking for the German commercial, so I should be able to get my hands on that by tomorrow. I'll post it in the Telegram group. For those of you who are new, if you go to the website, at the bottom of the website, once you log in, there's a little Telegram logo. Click on that and join the Telegram group. And that's where we post, you know, different updates. So we've had, you know, one of the issues with our delays with payments and stuff has been this thing that we've allowed to send wires. We kind of had to stop that because every time we try a new solution, it just ends up, you know, biting us in the butt. So right now we do not have wire option. But if you call the customer service and let them show you how you can easily transact crypto, we have a service for that. Then they'll help you to get it done. It's really actually a really good system, and it's very inexpensive to do. So talk to customer service about that. The link to the Miami events, we will have that on our site in literally like a day or two. We have IT coming out, so that it will be on the site. If you want it before that, reach out to support and we will get that over to you. Speak on the trifecta.
Mike, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
The question, this is Greg, but the question is, okay, so after you pay and buy the first NFT, which is the first one, what happens after? Is it only going to be for the community that's already got in the NFC, or it's going to open to the public, the other countries? That's what I wanted to know.
Well, you have the NFT part, which is really about uh, capitalizing, funding the rollout. Then you have the miracle side, which is all the services and products that the end customer user ends up using, and that's how we get paid. If we do another country, it's open for anyone to come in and purchase an NFT for that country. If you're here, you have anyone can refer someone to us to be an affiliate. So if they sign up with your link, then you do get paid when they buy the NFT. I'm not sure if that answered your question. I was trying to figure out, exactly what the question was.
I think it answered my question. So the bottom line is that even though the first part is closed, these other countries, when they open up, you'll be able to sell openly to even people that wasn't able to get into the first to buy the future one.
There's an ongoing thing like that. Then also people who bought in the early countries, if they bought multiple, they may choose to sell one or two on OpenSea just to flip them, to buy them for 5,000, they might sell them for 10,000, down the line. So that marketplace is going to come also to be available. So you can, buy in, and you can sell the NFT on the open market as well at some point if you choose that.
Okay, I got it. Thank you.
Okay. No problem. I mean, of course, we want people to profit from them. So if you have one, don't sell it for less than 5, because that would just bring the price down. But we're not anticipating that anyone would do that. That wouldn't make any sense. But sometimes people just need money fast, and you might be able to get a deal that way. I don't know.
Michael, how you doing?
Hello.
Hi, Mike. You hear me?
I can hear you, yes.
Yes, I have a friend of mine. He asked me a question yesterday, but I told him, I don't know if she's on the call right now, but she asked me what's the percentage average monthly. But I told her, I'm not sure. I don't know, but we look at with the pictures. So I told her, hey, what we can get. We can go as well. But she asked me for the average percentage from what we getting paid like a monthly. But not the monthly, the quarterly.
Well, as you could tell in my presentation, I was showing you projections on what it would pay if we did this and if we did that. So my thing is always this. This is about long-term wealth. This is not like, something that we advertise as a get rich quick, but we do position it as something that can change your life in a big way, like long-term wealth, family tree, So you have to sort of understand that these things that end up being really, really big paying projects, those are done the right way. They may take a little bit longer in the beginning, but once you get up to speed, then the percentage are crazy, right? Because I was showing how a $5,000 membership can turn into 12 million in 4 or 5 years. That's an insane upside, right? So you have to somewhat also understand a little bit of patience in the beginning with something like that, because there's so much going on with what we're doing. We have stores that are like being built, we have machines that need to be delivered and installed, and we have all these amazing assets. So it's not one of these like, let me make money like now, right? So I kind of suggest like, do us for wealth, feed us for wealth. Then do some other things that make you money, like, quickly tomorrow and the next day. There's a ton of them out there, but those things usually go away pretty fast as well. So you have to be careful. But this is a solid traditional company that will be running commercials. We have storefronts, but this is about, being able to like be a person who might fly a private jet in the future or be on a yacht. That's what we're doing,
All right. Thank you, Mike. I like that idea. Yeah, but I know it takes time. I know it takes time, but thank you very much.
Yeah, we are doing, yeah, we're working like, all day long, and we're working hard to get to get going fast, to get the money out there fast. But you also have to understand, that when you do something like this, it's about wealth.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, the Zoom tonight will be the same. Yeah, will be the same. Um, Regina's asking about Unilevel and all that. We actually are not MLM. We are affiliates. So we don't call that really a compensation plan. We call that two-generation affiliate platform. We have a which we're going to actually include in our presentation so that you guys understand that. We do have a bonus pool program that allows you to leverage more than the first two levels by qualifying for the bonus pool. But we still are an affiliate program even with that. So we will have that included, and also a description on that on the website in the next few days. All of that stuff will be up there, so you can go in there and dig through the information to understand it better. Yeah, I mean, look, someone's asking about taxes. Like, if you bring money into your bank account, like $100,000 into your bank account, yeah, talk to your accountant about that, because we don't live outside of that world. But if you get a I don't know, 500,000 in USDT in a decentralized wallet, then maybe you haven't made any money yet, but you have that value sitting there. But once you're moving into your world, into the bank account, or you buy a house in your country with it, then yeah, talk to your accountant. All right. Okay. So takeaways is obviously this is about building wealth. The other takeaway is that for those of you who are already involved, keep watching. Updates come. We are catching up on everything, including the commissions and everything. So just be patient for the next few days, next week. Everything that you've been waiting for will be facilitated and provided for you. So location for the Miami event is going to be the convention center. That will also be more defined in the next few days. We've had meetings on that, so you'll have more information so that you know how we're going to get room blocks and everything for that. So with that, I'm going to conclude this meeting, and we will see you later tonight, 7 p.m. Pacific or 10 p.m. Eastern. Thanks, everyone. Talk to you soon. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Recording stopped.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this was an afternoon to remember. Once again, I'm going to be doing these live streams that are just going to pop up in the afternoon, sometimes in the evenings, but I rarely do live streams midday. So I figured today, and when they're running these Zoom calls, everybody can figure out about the cash flow NFT. And you saw the presentation backed by real world stores, ATMs, insurance products, and a few more, because there's 7 ways that you can earn. There will be a link down below in the description after this video. There's already a link in the chat room. If you want to buy an NFT, you can do that. That's at the cash flow NFT link. Please use that link. If you want to try and earn your way because you don't have the $5,000, then still use the link in the chat room or down below in the description, because everybody that you refer, you can receive 10%. That's $500. You do that 10 times, then you will also not only be able to buy a $5,000 NFT, you will also be in the global pool. The global pool will give you a share that share is estimated to be anywhere between $2,000 to $3,000 per month. So that's another incentive if you want to market it as well as buy an NFT. Some of you may say, hey, I can't market, I can't buy the 5,000 NFT. Well, then we have something here. The sister intellectual property is SSN Lifestyle. And we have it where you can put in increments of $250, meaning you could contribute $250 or $750 or $1,250. It has to be in $250 increments. There will be a link down below in the description for that. It's group economics. So the percentage you put in is the percentage you will receive. So in other words, the NFT is $5,000. If you put in 250, then of course that would be around 11%. If you put in 1,000, that would be 20% of any payouts from the NFT. So the percentage is going to be based on whatever you put in. Then you divide that by 5,000. That will give you your percentage. So it's simply this: $500 divided by 5,000 is actually 10%. So I was off a little bit, but anyhow, 10%. So that's what you would receive. So if there was a payout of 2,000, let's say, that means for that month, then that means you would get $200, or that quarter, because they're saying they're going to do it every 3 months. So just giving you an idea. So this is very, very powerful, ladies and gentlemen, backed by real world stores and businesses. And something they didn't do, I'm going to do this right now for you. I'm going to play the little commercial that they have, so you will also get to review it again and see what it is. And this will help you out as well. So I'll be right back in about 3 minutes. I believe this is around 4 minute video. So check this out to get a little more understanding if you didn't understand the Zoom call.
If there was a way you could have partnered with Elon Musk before Tesla, before the Model S, before SpaceX, and before Elon became the world's richest man, would you at least have wanted to know how? If there was a way you could have partnered with Jeff Bezos when he was planning Amazon.com and it could have made you a fortune, would you at least have wanted to know about it? Well, what if there was a fintech company today that is about to capture major market share worldwide, where millions of people will be using its breakthrough technology and you could make an absolute fortune? Would you at least want to know about it? At the same time that we are experiencing record inflation, gas prices through the roof and headed towards a recession, the move towards crypto adoption worldwide is picking up pace, and the evidence is all around us. Big names and big money players are jumping in the game like crazy. The Staples Center, where the LA Lakers play, is now the Crypto.com Center. The Super Bowl, the most expensive commercial time on television, featured 6 cryptocurrency ads. Tom Brady, Matt Damon, LeBron James, and Larry David all made appearances in them. Facebook changed its name from Facebook to Meta. The rapper Eminem bought a Bored Ape, an NFT, for $450,000. Warren Buffett invested over $1 billion in a Brazilian crypto bank. Coinbase bought Bitcoin Turkey for $3.2 billion. You know what they say, success leaves clues. Whenever there is economic change in the marketplace, there are economic winners and there are economic losers. It just depends on what side of the equation you end up on. They also say that timing is everything. How would you like to get in on the next big thing? Are you ready for a miracle? How would you like to own a piece of Miracle Cash and More? The first to market brick and mortar crypto stores. Crypto on the street, with stores in every major city all over the world. Unlike the faceless online competitors that have no phone number to call, no physical address, and no one to talk to. Miracle Cash and More stores are fully regulated, licensed, and our wallets are insured by Fireblocks. At Miracle Cash and More, we own our own cryptocurrency exchange. We own our own stablecoin. We own our own ATMs. We own our own merchant terminals. And guess what? We get paid on every single transaction. The secret, if you want to call it a secret, is to get involved before the whole world knows about it. Position yourself in front of the masses before the masses react. Here's the current offering. There are only 1,488 shares of the Master Franchise Agreement for all of the United Kingdom. Each share is projected to profit over $100,000 in year 1, $200,000 in year 2, $400,000 in year 3, and $900,000 in year 4. We have an exit strategy that projects a payout of over $10 million per share. And what does that cost to you? A one and done payment of just $5,000. And of course, you can buy as many shares as are still available. Now the question is, do you at least want to know how? I sincerely hope so, because the best is yet to come.
Ladies and gentlemen, what do you guys think of that? Is that pretty sweet or what? Like I said, I'm very bullish on this project because of everything that has happened over the course of the last year with not only the DAOs, DLAs, not only the 1% a day, the 3% per week type of crypto projects where we're backed by really thin air. They were just startups hoping that things could work out. Here we have it where there's licensed and regulated stores, licensed and regulated jurisdictions. So therefore, when you start in crypto, you don't have to worry about things such as FTX and the exchanges if they're going to be licensed and regulated. So therefore, we have a store where people walk in. You can actually make phone calls. This is very, very important, onboarding people and to be able to profit from ATM transactions, from them having people go into the stores and they're sharing the profits with NFT holders. This is for the UK. There's only around 480, 460 of these NFTs left. Once they run out, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. And you could have all of the United Kingdom territory with all the business services. So keep that in mind. So I'm going to wrap this up myself. Hopefully you guys get that information. Remember, the links are down below in the description and in the chat room if you want to sign up, no matter how you do it. And I have in the chat room also our cash flow NFT group economic plan in case you don't have the 5,000. So that'll be down below and you can click on that link. That'll take you to SSN Lifestyle. And you don't have to be a member in order to participate. So that is another way that we're trying to help people here. That's why the channel name is Stop Struggling Now. And with all that said, thank you so much for watching. And don't miss our Monday night money making live stream at 8:50 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, our Wednesday night live stream at 8:50 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and Friday nights it's at 9:10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And don't forget to get the social media links down below, because sometimes there is news and information that is posted on social media that's not going to be posted in the video. So don't forget about that, plus a little motivational quotes every now and then and other discussions on some of our social media platforms. So they're all down below in the description in the below the video. So thank you so much for being here. And with all that said, thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, because you did like, right? And please subscribe. Click the bell below so you get the latest updates. And I know it's hard out here. And if you can get passive income from a one-time investment, because remember, this is not a monthly investment. It's a one-time. Once you own the NFT, you don't have anything else to do unless you want to market it to other people and earn another stream of revenue, because they're going to be opening up another set of countries. There are 3 of them. All right. They all are going to go together, but they're smaller countries. They're not like the 6th largest economy in the world, like the UK. And then they're going to go over to France once that's regulated and all set up. So now is the time to get in early, ladies and gentlemen. Get familiar with what's going on, because this could be one of those once in a lifetime opportunities. Amazon, Facebook's, This is what it could be. Apple and Microsoft. This is what it's like in the beginning. Everybody said, no way it's going to work. But this has every potential to work. And if you believe in it, then you need to join in. And of course, we'll keep talking about it. And with all that said, keep your head up, keep moving, and I'm out.